Sick. Get the microphone going. All right. Yep, it's time. It's time to write an algorithm that predicts magic card prices. And so, what have we got? We got a spreadsheet that was given to us by Claude, because that is how we code these days. We just asked Claude to use the, you can see this on my screen. Yeah. Write me Python code that uses the MTG JSON API to grab a list of all cards printed in 2025. So that's how we got started. It wrote something. It didn't include prices. So just the code to pull only cards that are printed in paper, then include their current prices. Great. So then we got this code. Awesome. We run this code. Awesome. We now have a CSV that looks like this. Awesome. So now what we're going to do is save the CSV and continue to use Claude to get ourselves into more and more trouble. The thing is, too, about this is that I'm most certainly going to run up against the API limitations, and that will require me to pay for some Claude, which is okay. We are prepared to pay for some Claude tonight. But we'll see. We'll see what we got to do. All right, so let me find this. Here it is. Okay. All right, here is a spreadsheet with a row for every MTG card with its prices. We want to write a machine learning algorithm in Python that will turn the non-price columns. Oh no, what do you mean it failed to upload? Oh, is it too big? This file might be like absolutely enormous. I guess 61,000 rows. Let's just filter out the rows that are missing prices. So we'll do some pre-cleaning. Whoops. Price TCG player etched. We don't care about etched. Oh, that was Card Kingdom. Okay. Yep. So TCG player sort. And then what we'll do is we're going to delete the cards that are missing prices, which it looks like a significant number. This isn't going to be the cleanest scientific. What? Arcane Signet for $1,200? All right. Anyway, yeah, there might need to be some data cleaning going on here too, but let's just delete the rows that are missing prices. So that cuts us down about 1,000 rows, which is kind of crazy. Don't feel awesome about that, but it is what it is. All right, save this, exit out. Let's try to re-upload our CSV that has the magic card prices. What's going on? All right. Here's a spreadsheet with a row for every MTG card and its prices. We want to write a machine learning algorithm in Python that will turn the non-price columns into, not Boolean, into, what are they called? What kind of variables are they? Into variables that we can use in a predictive algorithm to predict price. The outcome we want to predict is if a card is greater than $5 in price. One column. Gosh, this is going to bug me. What is it called when you turn a column into a series of Boolean variables? Boolean mask? No, that's not what I'm talking about. Dang it. That's so frustrating to not remember that. That's fine. Okay, one column we want, let me pull up this spreadsheet again. So the type column we want to split before turning it into a variable. One column we want to address. Change is the type column. We need to split the column on and the left of the split can be called type, and the right of the splits can be called subtype. We want code that will work in Python to create the variables. We need the, what are they called? The numeric variables. We need to then test in a series of different machine learning algorithms to see which can predict which card is above $5 the best. All right, let's see if that works. Let's also see if this hits my token limit, and then I have to start paying money. Because right now, as you can see at the top of the screen, this is the free plan, which I've been surprised already at how much I've been able to get away with on the free plan. Do you need to fix that last sentence in your first paragraph? The outcome we want to predict is if a card is greater than $5 in price. Yeah, that's a good question. Vibri, in my experience, the answer is no. It does a really good job reading when a moron types like me. But yeah, we'll see, right? Like maybe it will give me something totally off and it'll be like, sorry, let me copy and repaste the command. But yeah, we'll see. I think that it's going to work just fine. Claude has been incredible. I use Claude in my day job, and it is just like unbelievable. I mean, even just what it's written already for getting the, this is the code that Claude wrote for me in whatever, like 1 minute of grabbing from the MTG JSON API, grabbing prices for each of these providers if they're available for all cards in 2025. And it worked. It created my CSV, my JSON. Just incredible. Absolutely incredible product. It's unfortunate in a way how good these APIs and not APIs, these large language models are. It's, yeah. Will it take my job? I don't think so. But it doesn't, it's not a great vibe when you're like, will it take my job? And the answer is, I don't think so. So, vamos a ver. I guess right now, these large language models, the Claudes and the GPTs and the whatever, they're wrong just enough that it's not reliable enough for people to truly rely on them. Even if they're right 99% of the time, that 1% can be a really big problem. The thing that I've seen too is that people like to get it to give you the right information, you have to do a really good job in your prompt. And doing a really good job in your prompt is not easy to do. It's very easy to get responses that mislead or don't actually give you the right answer. So yeah, I'm not too scared yet of the AI overlords taking over, but for now, can make some really cool. Oh, come on. I'm like really worried this is going to run out of tokens, then have to like restart or something like that, but it'll probably be fine. I'm not sure. Hopefully they streamline the free to upgraded path so that it's just like you just plug in your credit card and you're good to go. Vamos a ver. So they aren't developed enough yet to ask which MTG card will increase the most in the next 3 months. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's another problem with that, which is, are the, like, how up to date is the info? You know, I asked this to grab cards from 2025. It's also using, like, I don't know if this is the newest version of the MTG JSON. It says it searched the web. So anyways, so to answer your question, we should ask it. We should test that out. Because, like, who knows what it'll say. I remember years ago I was playing a video game called Risk of Rain 2, and I asked GPT what the best character in Risk of Rain 2 was, and it just gave some generic answers. But yeah, they're trained on the internet, but there's a lot of information on the internet they still don't know, if that makes sense. Now I'm really curious to ask it about what card is going to spike in the next 3 months. Because who knows? Everything runs clean. Okay. Here we go. Also, possibly, what will this week's Powerball numbers be? Yes, that would really cut out the middleman. Like, let's forget this speculating. Magic the Gathering can just be for fun again. If we, you know, we can leave the money making to Powerball, and then Magic can just be the way we spend all of the money that we won from Powerball. Here we go. Oh my gosh. It just did it for me. My gosh. That's funny. Random Forest is the best. Okay. Well, let me interpret a little bit of what is going on here. This isn't too bad, actually. Okay. So it just went ahead and tested out a bunch of different machine learning algorithms, and which is fine. I think this F1 greater than $5 is the probability, like how well it performed at predicting. So any of these ones that are above 0.5 got it right more than half the time, which could be a win. I guess, yeah, there's a lot of dimensions to think about. There's a lot of things to think about for if this is useful. Interesting, these. Oh, yeah, rarity. So, yeah, they ordered the feature importance. So these are all the different variables that it took into account for if a card would be worth money or not. Rarity was the most important. It used collector number as an important variable, which is okay. I mean, if it's correlated with price, okay. If it's mythic, set encoded. If it's uncommon, common, rare, mana value. Yep. If it's had generic pip inside of it, subtype is legendary. How interesting. Okay, well, I kind of want to... So what are these? Oh, the model comparisons, right. Precision, recall, accuracy. Let's download this. Let's look at... Can I download? MTG model comparisons. What? How's the accuracy? Oh, I know how the accuracy could be this high, but still not be performing that well. It's because most cards aren't worth more than $5, and so you can have a model. You know, if 95% of the cards are worth $1 and 5% of the cards are worth more than $5, you could get a machine learning algorithm that just says like, oh, let's say that every single card is worth more than $5 or less than $5, and then it will be right, 95% of the time. And so that's actually not good. Anyways, it's looking like the random forest is going to be our friend. So what I want now, what is this code? Let's just take a look at what this looks like. Write me Python code that can load the CSV, clean it, train the random forest, and then load a different CSV with different card prices or card details that I can use to predict those cards if they will be worth more than $5. Okay. Let's see if I can get this with my free plan. I have been blown away with what I'm able to get with my free plan, guys. This is some real value. And it's just writing the code for us. Very nice. Oh, this is exciting. This is crazy. This is me recreating my entire semester project for a machine learning class in college, but just like easy peasy. Yo, the TCG enjoyer. Yo, Seagal 2297. What is up with you? We are writing some code to predict magic card prices using the power of the almighty AI overlords. And we're pretty close to having a product, you know, something that we can just all upload to the internet and sell and become billionaires together. It's going to be great. But in all seriousness, this is pretty cool. This code, in theory, we should be able to upload the card details of new cards that are coming out this year. And based on this information from 2025, we should be able to predict if the card is going to be worth more than $5 or not. That is what we're doing, in theory. We'll find out if this works. Botman Jack, yo, I'm also into software. Love Claude, making some fun MTG tools for myself right now too. Yo, sick. The TCG enjoyer doesn't want me to upload this, just to send it to him. Unfortunately, it's kind of like this is going to become a YouTube video, so the cat's out of the bag, you know? But honestly, like, true story, like I'm a YouTuber. I'm not a developer. I'm not interested in developing except as a YouTuber, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to turn this into something like, and whoever does, they earn it, you know what I'm saying? Wait, model path? Oh, interesting. Here's how to use it. The two models. Oh, Python train. I see. Okay. This wants me to do something a little different, to do stuff a little differently than what I'm used to. But I think we can do this. I think I can still do it in my Anaconda console. We'll see though. Seagull says, just tried to get the Hobbit collector from Amazon and wouldn't let me check out. All happened within 5 seconds. The market is out of control. Really? Oh man. What were they going for, Seagull? Yeah, how much were Hobbit collectors selling for? I'm so curious. Would you want to use more years or years that weren't during a bull market? It might give a more context for the prediction. Yes. Boston Collectibles, absolutely. A couple reasons why I'm sticking to just 2025. One is just less rows, less that Claude has to put in. But when we actually make our training data, it's true. You'd want to do more. So I'm cutting corners for, you know, entertainment purposes, but you're absolutely right. Does this? Okay. I need to save this file. Download that. Can move that into the folder that I'm working out of. Excellent. So now And I've got the file in there too. So this should work, I think, out of Anaconda. Ah, boo. Maybe the prompt will work. Let's see. CD OneDrive. CD documents. CD MTG EV estimator. Hey, it's working. That's so cool. Model saved. We have our model created. $455 limit of 2 boxes on Amazon. Yeah, that is crazy. That's really interesting. People are stoked for The Hobbit, man, which they should be. But wow. I've been following a Twitter alter bot for the past week, just having everything loaded up like I'm quick drawing in a shootout, LOL, and then even still missed it. Yeah, that's brutal. That's so frustrating. I feel like I would have thought you would have gotten some, you know, like you're obviously putting in the time, the effort. So that is crazy that it did not work out for you. Kind of bothersome, honestly. Okay, predict on new cards. Predict new cards. Okay. Okay. So now we just need the new cards. The new cards. I gotta scroll up here. Need this code. Let's see. This is grabbing 2025. So let's grab 2026. Actually, I guess I'll just find and replace all 2025s with 2026. Whoops. Okay. Replace all occurrences. Great. Okay, let's see if this works. And it should be saving this as 2026. All right, let's test it. This should get us a list of all cards that came out in 2026, so then we can use that to test our algorithm that's trained on data from 2025. And then we can check actual prices on TCG Player and see if it checks out. Oh, man. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. What I'm nervous about with The Hobbit is the relatively small set size. I don't think it will matter too much for the hype and the cost of oh wow. Yeah, like you're pointing out. Yeah, man, things are looking pretty crazy. Cool Stuff Inc. has some up for pre-order right now at $7.29. That's crazy. That's, yeah. I can get behind a big IP collector box for $450. I mean, I pre-ordered Final Fantasy for $600, so I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, it's just crazy. Okay. I think I can now grab this MTG predict new cards.csv. Predict, and what is this file called? MTG cards 2026. Maybe I'll just rename it. That's easier. New cards. Awesome. Okay. Let's see if this works. New cards predictions. Okay. Well. Actual price. Confidence. Oh, it gives us a confidence interval. Predicted over $5. Okay. We got some data. And I guess we have the actual results of if it was correct or not here too. But so predicted the Ashling the Limitless would be over $5. This is so interesting. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. The 1% ladies, 99% gentlemen. We've got an algorithm that predicts Magic card prices with some degree of certainty, confidence. Jeez, that's great. Yeah, Marvel's performance will probably be telling for The Hobbit. Yeah, agreed. I mean, Cashmere Fire, like, what is Marvel going for right now anyway? It's like Marvel Superheroes Collector Booster Display. Yeah, just 500 basically. Yeah, price has only been going down. Look at that. I guess it's kind of flattening out the past couple days, which doesn't really say much, but yeah, I mean, these things were pre-ordering for like 600. I mean, I don't think the Final Fantasy comparison is fair. But what did Final Fantasy do around this time? Final Fantasy Collector. Because it's interesting seeing that they were going for 600 because these were... No, come on, Graph. Work for me. No. I'm hosed. Well, I don't know. I guess you get a little bit of that. Maybe this is what I'm looking for. So it was like May, so like a year ago, going for $700, and that was still pre-order pricing. Yeah, but they were held at that $700. So I don't know what that means for Marvel Superheroes, where there was $600. Like, there definitely isn't the same level of market confidence. Like, obviously, yeah. Yeah, personally, just pre-ordering to me before seeing any of the set is just something I'm not willing to do. I've been burned too many times. Yeah. Honestly, there's a lot of wisdom in that. It's such a risky thing. I think especially with the small sets, in my opinion. But I don't think The Hobbit's going to do bad. I think The Hobbit's going to be just fine. But I don't know. It's weird times because we're obviously in what I've heard called a speculative frenzy, where it's not necessarily a bubble. Maybe it is a bubble. Maybe I'm just coping. But there's a lot of real demand behind this stuff. But there's definitely a frenzy, and there's definitely sellers selling to sellers to some degree. So little iffy for sure. Final Fantasy is the exception, not the standard. Yeah, PP, MB2KY. Yeah. That's the right way to think about it. Ambiguous Assumption says probably. I think without the 1 of 1 card, it probably won't do as good as Lord of the Rings. Yeah. 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 Yeah, the 1 of 1 ring was a huge deal for the first Lord of the Rings. But the first Lord of the Rings was in a real kind of a like bearish market, you know, if we take a look at like 2023. I mean, I don't know. Everything's looking fine now, but March of the Machines and Aftermath were the set before it, you know, that wasn't good. And then Lord of the Rings comes out, and Commander Masters was a little bit of a flop at the time too. And so it was just it was a weird time. I guess this was the time of big Amazon dumps and stuff too. So it's hard. It's just hard to know. There's so many variables. We really don't have like enough data to be able to do like a, you know, here's the examples, here's the data. We know what's going to happen. Like we just don't have that. And so we just have to like speculate. That's what we're doing. This is the Hobbit pushing the original Lord of the Rings setup like Strixhaven did. That's a good question. Lord of the Rings collector. Huh. That's weird. Weird little like dip. Yeah, so it doesn't look like Lord of the Rings is just pumping now, but obviously over the past year it's done quite well. And now it's like what, $1,300? Yeah. Ah, so cool. Yeah, it's being held back by Spider-Man. Yeah, I think so. I think the Marvel superheroes, yeah, people are really scared of a Spider-Man. In a Spider-Man situation, I don't think it's going to happen. Like I made clear in my video, like I don't think this is going to be Spider-Man 2.0, but it could be, you know, that is a possibility. And yeah, I agree. If the set sucks, like the thing is that it's probably not really going to go below distribution pricing. And distribution pricing is already high. It's already like, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I know it's less than $430, but I don't think it's much less than $430. So, yeah, it's tricky. Seagull. I mean, I do see a future where all the Marvel sets pop off after the Infinity Stones are released. I'm just curious if Spider-Man will remain the weak link. Yeah. Spider-Man is brutal. The set size, like, it's a small set. I mean, to get a set that's as small as Spider-Man, there's Assassin's Creed, which also did not do well. There's March of the Machines Aftermath, which was obviously dismal. But it's like wild how small a set Spider-Man was. And I guess you can kind of see it here. You know, Spider-Man gets this reddish color. Yeah, it's crazy. I just don't see people getting a second mortgage to get the 1 of 1. Yeah. Yeah. I bought a pack of Lord of the Rings because I was like, it's a lottery ticket. You know, it's like, it'd be cool to open up the one ring. I bought it from my local GameStop at the time. Yeah, it was a good time. It's a good time. Do you guys see the Codex bundle has like a list of 10 random cards you can get? Yeah, you get 2 random cards in the bundle. I think that many will get destroyed chasing those cards. Yeah. See, PP, yeah. So I knew this about the Codex bundle, but to me, those cards they kind of suck. Like, and this was the reason why I like never went in on the Codex bundle. So they look cool. Like, let me clarify. They look cool. They're cool looking cards. But they're Sol Rings, they're talismans. Is that it? I thought there was other things it could be. No, maybe not. So it's like going to be 2 of these 6 cards. Like, they're cool, but they're not, I don't know, they're not that special. I don't know. That was my thing. That was my thing for when I saw deals for the Codex bundle. I was like, well, it doesn't even have like anything good in it, which isn't true. It's got the packs, which are good, but I was just unimpressed by the promos. And so that alone, I was like, I'm just not going to get into the Codex bundle, which was a mistake apparently. Because man, if you could have picked these things up for $100, they're basically double that now. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And they've never been cheap either. That's interesting. Somebody pointed out that these things were going for like $100 on Walmart.com. Although I've seen people get their orders canceled. So, you know, I would have just been another person who got their orders canceled probably, but interesting product. The specialty bundles are interesting to me. I don't understand them. I made a spreadsheet trying to track them with the help of chat. But yeah, definitely not. Oh yeah, the Avatar Commander bundle. Yeah, the Avatar Commander bundle's sick. Hobbit is going to be very interesting from a data perspective. Can a smaller set do normal? Yeah, or will the set be the most successful small set? I think the collector boxes could perform fine. I don't think that the play boxes are going to do great. You just open up so many of the same cards. I don't know how they could avoid the same problem that you have with Spider-Man or Assassin's Creed or whatever. I don't know. That's my thought. I even think that, like, not to yuck other people's yum, but I even think that the collector boxes could dip because the collector box opening experience could be kind of mediocre. Just like when you're seeing the same cards over and over, it can be a feel bad. So I don't know. That's my rough thought on Lord of the Rings, which are on the Hobbit, which I might just be the like one guy who has to disagree with the rest of the internet, which is okay. And I'm very prepared to be wrong, but I'm not super bullish on the Hobbit, even though like everybody is. Seagull Cycle says, I think if we have an economic shakeup, prices won't come tumbling down as low as people think. The days of $200 collector boxes are long gone. I ripped 2 Bloomburrows for like $230 and I regret it. Yeah, I opened up a Bloomburrow box, baby. I even bought it with the intention of holding on to it for a year and selling it, which if I did, that would have been great. But alas, it didn't work out. But I did open up one cool card. Maybe I can show it off. It sounds kind of lame when you say I opened up one cool card out of a collector booster box, but that's kind of the way these things go. Yeah, I know everybody joined my stream because they're like, what did you open up in your Bloomburrow collector booster box a year ago? But this thing is sick. Yeah, what else? XMurphax, the hero of chat, says Marvel apparently has 384 base set cards, so it has at least that going for it. Pretty sure that's more than Final Fantasy. Yeah. Yep. I think that's more than Final Fantasy 2. Check out this Swords to Plowshares. This is my favorite Swords to Plowshares ever. It's foil. There's like glare. It's getting us. But the little mouse holding its plowshare. So good. Yeah, you can't really see it well. That's fine. Yeah, Choco Bundles. The special exclusive promos are pretty cool. The Final Fantasy Chocobo bundle was better, though. They can't fool me with the second collector pack. Yeah, true. Yeah, the special promos are a big deal. And that's why I wasn't very bullish on this bundle. But alas. Weird thing, Final Fantasy gift bundles has a collector pack in it. The bundle is the same price as it was a year ago, while the collector pack is over up 100%. Opportunity. Final Fantasy gift. It's so funny to do a gift bundle and then also do a special Chocobo bundle. $180 includes a collector booster, 9 play boosters, 1 collector. And then what are the Final Fantasy collector booster? What? $100? That's crazy. Well, I guess it makes sense because the boxes are $1,200 or $1,400 or something like that. I think the Hobbit will be massively printed, unlike TMNT. Yeah, that's the question. Ambiguous assumptions is the print run. That's what matters. Like, we all talk about the demand side of things because that's kind of what we can gauge. But the supply side is like, it's the X factor. It's really what matters. Which I think they have clever ways of reining in the supply side. Like, they can, if they see things or feel things getting out of control, they can try to rein back. At least that's why I tell myself, so I can sleep better at night. D Video JR, welcome. He asks, what time do you normally start streaming? 8:30 Eastern time, so 40 minutes ago. Every Monday, same time, Eastern Daylight Time or whatever the fetching time zone I'm in, and 8:30 to 9:30 basically, and then sometimes later if we're having a really good time or I'm opening up packs. Yeah, this is really interesting because this price has not moved in a hot minute. But yeah, so the question is, are the 9 packs, play packs, and the land cards, and is that worth the extra? Let's see, 9. What is a play booster pack go for? Final Fantasy Play. $7. 63. Yeah. We're getting there, right? Like, as the collector packs become more and more expensive, these are suddenly going to seem cheap. It's really interesting. I actually don't know. I don't think they're going to massively print The Hobbit. I think they're more mature. I think I have faith in Wizards, which is probably not a good thing. Like, as I say that out loud, I like want to puke in my mouth. But I do feel as though there is a lot of maturity in the way that Wizards has been printing and reprinting products. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of hopeful that they won't just crash it. X-Murph, I think the play boosters are keeping the Final Fantasy gift bundle price down. Once they stop reprinting them, the play boosters, they'll go up as well. No, it's true. It's true. I think they did a reprint kind of recently, but then what are the play boxes going for now? Yeah. 180. Yeah, this feels like a decent pickup, the gift bundle. Basically X-Murph, I totally agree with you. I think that as these box prices go up, which they'll probably go back up to like the 250s, whatever. Such a crazy product that it's this successful, selling thousands, and then the prices just rise. Just wild. Final Fantasy is just a wild set. It's crazy. PPMB2KY, I know you are subscribed to some Patreons. Can you talk about those? And do you recommend particular ones? What do they specifically offer? Yes. Great question. I will talk about some. Let me pull up my Miro board. I don't love talking about it in videos because I don't know. I feel like it feels like a little rude sometimes, but I do have like lots of positive things to say about all these. So we can just stick with that. I don't have to make beef, you know? So distro partners. I have been a part of all of these for at least some amount of time, except for Rob with RNG games. But I think Rob's final trades and Anons are similar. So there's three kinds, in my opinion. Three kinds, in my opinion, of Patreon programs. There are the I do sales programs. There are the I give you distro access programs, and then there are the I am Rudy from Alpha Investment programs. And so Rudy gets his own category, and then there's the I do sales category, and then there's the I give you access to distro category. My business, my card flipping business, has been centered around the second kind, which is the I give you distro access people. And that I know about is Louis with Kitchen Table TCG and Kevin with Rogue Deck Builder. I've done both of their programs. Louis, his store is based out of West Virginia. I live in Virginia. And so it's just really easy program for me to be a part of, proximity wise. It's also incredible. Getting access to the distro catalog and just being able to buy stuff is great. It's been extremely lucrative for me in the past. It's a little less lucrative now. At the moment, there's not as many products that you can buy from distribution, break down for singles and sell. But, 2024, 2025, there's a lot. There were the Murder Carla Manor Commander decks, and there were the Doctor Who Commander decks and Modern Horizons 3 Commander decks that for the longest time were just available. And I was able to buy tons of those from Louis Kitchen Table TCG. That was great. I've done Kevin's program, Rogue Deck Builder, but I realized that, he just lives farther away. I bought Duskmourn Commander decks from Rogue Deck Builder and broke those down. So those were great. Great programs, access to distribution. Then there's sales. And the distribution people do sales too, but Anon and Rob and Final Trade, and I cannot remember the Final Trade's guys, but Final Trade's a great channel. You should check them out. Anon, Rob, and Final Trade, they do, Sorry, I don't actually know about Rob very much. I haven't been a part of it. I think his program might be full. Maybe I'm wrong. Rob, fun fact, Rob is subscribed to my channel. Isn't that cool? That's like the coolest thing ever. And he's like one of my first 150 subscribers, which is crazy. So anyways, very fun. But I know Anon and Final Trade, I believe, or my understanding is that they do sales where it's like, hey, we've got the, Bloomberg Commander deck restock. I am doing a sale. You can pick up my stuff and it'll be a good deal. It'll be below market price. And those are great programs to get great products. Rudy works a little bit like that too, where Rudy has just every week, like 3 times a week or maybe 4 times a week, has like a sale of a product. And he doesn't just do Magic, he does other games too. This is my problem with the sales ones is like, I think all of these are good for people that want to invest, that want to buy stuff at good prices and hold on to it and save it. I think Rudy's is especially good for that, but I think that Final Trade and Anon and Rob and like these are all great programs to get product at below market prices, get serious discounts, and then you can just hold on to it for forever and accumulate gains. Now, if you're looking to flip stuff though quickly, I really recommend the like Louis or Kevin type programs because you can get access to their product. And then if you have something that can tell you the estimated value, the expected value of opening stuff, then you can just buy the products that have positive expected value, open them up, sell them, make money. Now, like I said, I'm part of Louis' program actively, and there's not a lot on the, like I might be missing something. Maybe it's actually there. I'm just missing it, but I'm not seeing the products that I can buy right now, open up and flip money. So I'm paying $20 a month for access to his special sales and access to pre-orders, which is another huge benefit. Basically, there's a lot going on here with all these programs. I would say trying them out is a great idea. Rudy's is like a one and done. Like if you quit his program, he like blacklists your email or your name or your address. I don't know. Somehow he blacklists you. Which is, I don't know. It's fine. I don't know. It's fine. But basically all these programs are great. One call out for Anon's program is that it includes an expected value. So if you've heard of Mox Alpha, there's like different websites where you can pay subscription fees to get access to an expected value calculator for different sealed products. They are expensive. Mox Alpha is expensive. I think it's like $40 or $50 a month. But Anon has a Discord program. So for like $13 a month, you can get access to a expected value calculator along with his like patron sales. I mean, it's not a Patreon, but you know what I'm saying. Along with his patron sales, you get that expected value calculator, which I think is just like worth it if you're doing this kind of business. So that is a win. What's the site you use to check Commander Deck's expected value? Great question. Let's check out, I think toploaded.io is a winner for me. This is actually developed by a subscriber. And really cool guy, really talented guy. But yeah, toploaded.io is a pretty great tool. Besides that, I do have a piece of code that I wrote that I'm happy to share for like free. But yeah, this is the code that I wrote that yeah, I don't know. It's dinky. It's code, but it gets the job done. It tells you what the expected value of a Commander deck set is based off of TCG player low pricing. So I made a video about that. It's an older video. It's from a couple months ago, and I want to make another video about it too because there's a lot of new subscribers that just aren't ever going to see it. But that Cole Taylor is the answer. I'm behind on chat. I'm scrolling up a little bit. The Seagull Cycle says the market is moving at breakneck speeds though, so waiting a few months till the next hype cycle is a valid way to buy in on some collectors. Strixhaven is already tumbling. Really? Strixhaven's tumbling? That's news to me. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wow. Down below that 500. Yeah, the hype is real, man. I mean, we saw this with Lore and Eclipsed, of course, the hype cycle. Ironically, we didn't see it with TMNT, but I think that's because TMNT people are already like, this isn't great. Oh, they no longer have the Assassin's Creed starter kits. Yeah, that's too bad. Let's see, just scrolling down. Yeah, ambiguous assumptions. I'm going to pick up a sub to Anon. The inside scoop is worth 15 to 20 alone, but you got to buy a lot to make it worthwhile, in my opinion. Yeah, I think the biggest win for the Anon one, in my opinion, is his EV calculator. I think is pretty cool for at least the way I run my business, but. Segal says, I was sub to Rubies for like 3 months, never bought anything because prices were kind of meh for me, but I think it's okay. Yeah, that's the thing too, is that Rudy doesn't price his like at distribution prices because he can get away with that. So yeah, and honestly, I mean, you know, like when I did pre-orders for with like some of these patrons, if they offer pre-orders, they often don't offer it at like distribution prices. They do it somewhere between distribution and market, which is fair because that's what people are willing to pay. That's what I'm willing to pay. And so, yeah. Yeah, Rudy FOMOs you into staying. Yeah, that's the deal. That's the business. Let's see. When you say you have access to distro, is it like a list of 10 items you can choose from, like a menu? Kinda. So it's like, yeah, it's like it gets updated every once in a while, but it's a list of like, hey, these are the items that are just readily available at distribution or are available at distribution but have some limits. So like right now there's products like Spider-Man Play booster boxes or Jumpstart, Foundation's Jumpstart booster boxes, or like Avatar: The Last Airbender play boxes or Jumpstart boxes. There's a bunch of products like this, like Edge of Eternity's, not collectors, Edge of Eternity's commander decks. Final Trade actually came out with a video earlier today where he talked about like what products are readily available at distribution and which ones are not. And that's actually a pretty good list of like what it is, what you're able to get. Because if the product is just like readily available at distribution with these programs, like that Kevin and Louis do, you can get it. You can get it at a great price. But the stuff that's like more rare, more scarce, that's gone from distribution, often those programs are not able to get it, which is what it is. Ambiguous assumption says use Replit and make your own EV calc. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, you could just build it yourself. That is always the alternative to paying someone else to do it. TMNT dropped 50 from release. Really? TMNT collector. I wonder if that'll work. Ah, boo. Oh, man, so I've made predictions on my channel that have just been wrong. Like what was it? Oh, the commander decks. I didn't think any of the Strixhaven commander decks would really move singles prices. I thought they were all kind of mediocre. And I was wrong. I was very wrong. The Silver Quill commander deck from Strixhaven, Secrets of Strixhaven, has moved many prices and has done quite well. And it's also kicked my butt at local commander nights. But I am not wrong about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Some people are like, oh, the supply is going to dry up and these things are going to shoot up in price, but not yet. Oh, well, tell you what, this is a scam account. Probably. But that's probably not a scam account with 25,000 plus sales. Anyways, so yeah, 420. Yeah, these just certainly have not shot up in price yet. That's for sure. That's so interesting. Don't forget to check out LGSs during Black Friday, people. I got a set of Commander Masters Precons for $275 2 years ago, and look at them now. I will look at them now. That is interesting. Man, I remember when I was a teenager, I went to my local game store on like the Tuesday before Black Friday, and I asked them like, do you have any Black Friday deals? And they're like, no. And they like made me feel bad for asking. Not, you know, all they said was no. But I felt bad for asking. I was like, geez, okay, fine. Commander Masters. Wow. These things went for $200 back in the day. Back in the day. Wow. That's crazy. 1,000 buckaroos. Not that they're selling, but lowest price you can buy them for is 1,000 buckaroos for this set of commander decks. That's crazy. That'd be a really fun sheet to make. I've made this for commander decks, or sorry, for collector boosters boxes, but we should really do something like this for the commander decks because that'd be really interesting. I think the Family Matters deck from Bloombro is positive EV. Well, we can check out on toploaded.io. Family, dang it. Family Matters. Yeah, this is one of the better performing ones. Yeah, if you're able to buy for $30, sell $60 worth of cards. I guess the sales velocity is slow, but anyway, good call. Good call, Cole Taylor. That's how Rudy does it. The deals can be great. Problem is Wizards can't keep good products in stock mainly. Haha, yeah. You can get all the Spider-Man and Avatar you want. Aether Drift, so much supply. Team NT, I think, will be great long-term, 5 years plus. Yeah, I think most things are great 5 years plus. But, you know, it is like... I don't know. It does matter. When you're playing the 5 year plus game, I think everything, not everything, but most things go up. But it does matter if you're able to like spec on the right kinds of things. I don't know though. I just don't like. What are the? I'm curious about the sale through rate for some of these. Lord of the Holiday Collector. Oh come on. Oh wait, here it is. It's like, what's the sell-through? Apparently decent. Jeez. You know, it's like these super expensive booster boxes, right? There's some hypothetical ceiling to how much things can, like, sell for before people just stop buying them. But Lord of the Rings holiday collector boosters apparently haven't hit that ceiling yet. Wow, these continue to rise in price. That's pretty crazy. Well, just $10. So not too crazy, but how interesting. Oh, the Commander Masters decks. Yeah, Commander decks have been nice to me. Sliver Legion was $100 at release. Now they're $200. Wow. Then where's all the value? Is it in the Eldrazi deck? Can you hear that? My dog's squeaking its toy in the background? Maybe not. This microphone's decent. What is the Eldrazi one called? Eldrazi Unbound? Yep. $400 for one commander deck. That's crazy. Oh no, Cole Taylor's dogs. Hear my dog playing with its squeak toy. My wife went to a yard sale and they just had tons of toys. And so we picked them up. It was a good time. All right, friends. This is a lot of fun. For those of you who missed it, we did write code that was able to take in prices and predict, and it is somewhat reliable. So, you know, you can go back and watch this video on how we did that, how we built this algorithm using actually only the free version of Claude, which is crazy. And then, of course, we've talked about prices and speculations and things. So good times, y'all. Thanks for, yeah, no, the original Commander decks are, or not Commander decks. Wait. Oh, the OG collector boxes ain't doing amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the ones from 2021, pretty mediocre. But anyways. All right, friends. Thanks for logging on. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, you really ought to subscribe. We're going to do a giveaway once we get to 1,000 subscribers, and it's going to be something big, like worth $100 plus. So I'm pretty excited about that. Good times, y'all. Good times. Peace out. Have a great night.